Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream. Not sure how many of you are watching, but let's have fun in today's stream. So today we are going to work with NoSQL basics. Technically speaking, we'll be working with the MongoDB server, and we'll learn about how we can interact with MongoDB and what sort of queries we can run on it, how we can use different types of commands and stuff. So I hope you guys are ready, and we can start with this. Okay, so we are on our Linux machine currently. Let's move to browser. Okay, so we are using attack and defense, and if you remember in the last stream we worked upon few stuff last time, and that was let me check, what was it? I don't remember. There was a basics related to the methods, the type of requests. Along with that, we also worked upon, I think, SQL, how we can interact with the SQL queries, if I'm not wrong. Let's see, where was it? It was in the basics. Let's try open that. And there we go. As I said in the last stream, we worked on HTTP method enumerations and the basic SQL basics. So in this stream, I think we can solve other two boxes, and if we found anything interesting, we'll go for that too. So first, we'll go for the NoSQL basics, which will where we interact with the MongoDB, and as we know that MongoDB is a NoSQL database. Let's see, MongoDB. If we go here, and there we have it. MongoDB is a source available cross-platform NoSQL database product. MongoDB utilizes JSON-like documents with operational schemas. Okay. MongoDB is developed by MongoDB Inc. Noise, and current versions are licensed under the server-side public license. So let's start the machine, and this is where we learn how we can interact with the systems. And there we are. There isn't much going on. This is us. So we are going to target this machine over here, and we'll be targeting this machine from the switch is going to be an intermediator. From here to here our connection will establish, and if you remember, I'm not sure if you guys know that or not, but I think, okay, it's not that step yet, so we can skip that for now. We'll definitely share when we'll solve the machine. So currently let's start the machine, and we'll work on database. And I hope they have provided the username and password for this. Prohibited activities, technical support, we don't need any of these. I guess we can directly interact with the database once it starts. Let's wait a bit. $25 seconds more. Okay, we got the link. Let's open it. And this is a Kali machine we got. Let's open the terminal. And here, let's check what's our IP. If config. So our IP is 192.169.252.2. So let's check what sort of ports are open on this. We can utilize the nmap. Nmap hyphen p hyphen, and I think we should set a range so that way we'll get an IP and what sort of service it's running in one go. Let's try IP should be this one. So we'll copy this, paste, and we'll set range for 10, and this should scan. And there we go. What we have got. Okay, 9 IP addresses, 2 host up, scanned. There are these ports open for this IP, but we won't be interacting with that because this is not a service we should be utilizing or working with. So we will be working on this port, which is MongoDB. Let me fix the voice a bit. I hope it should be better now. Around here. I guess this much is sufficient. Okay, back to the topic. So we'll be interacting with this IP over here. Let's clear the screen and see if we can connect with it. Let me open my database here, and we'll be using the command related to the MongoDB, obviously. Let's add it a bit. We'll add, okay, it won't work like this. Interesting. Can we do the same here? Yep, we can open this. Okay, so these are the command that we utilize for MongoDB connection and stuff. So to connect with the service, we need a IP address. And as the MongoDB is running on local system, which is within the infra, we can directly connect with, I guess, Mongo Okay, what was the IP? I forgot. If config, copy the IP address, we'll clear this, and Mongo paste, and we'll use 3. And there we go. Now we have established the connection successfully with the Mongo shell version, not a web interface. Now we can try different types of commands over here to interact and get the database sets or any information that is stored within this databases. So let's try with the help first and see what we have here. So we can use help with this. There's a help for admin. There is a help for connect. There's some key shortcuts. And what else we have? There's a show database, show collections. The collection one must be related to like what sort of tables are there within that database. And this will show what sort of users are there, what sort of profiles are there. Or any related stuff to that. So let's try this one first. We'll see what sort of databases are there. Okay, we can't clear this. Clean, clear, none of these works. So we'll just paste this command, show dbs, and enter. Okay, so we have 4 databases from which I can see there is some data in city. If you can see over here, everything is on 0 and only this has a number. Although there is a possibility that other databases must be holding something too, but we can try with city first, or let's try with the admin first. We'll use admin and we have switched the database. Let's try what we have here. We'll use show collection here. Okay, so there is system version. Okay, let's go to the command sets and see what we can, how we can read the data. First we put db dot. Let me drag it on this window. And there we go. Use current database. We will use db dot the collection name. Collection is system version. We'll paste that. And I hope this should show something. Admin dot system version. Okay, so let's okay, so we are not looking further anything else. What else we can check here? Well, let's change the database. We'll use the city. Okay, so we have switched the database and we'll use show collections. We have city. And in this city we okay, so in this database we'll use city. Enter. City and city. City. Where? Dot find double quotes, and there we go. So this is the data that the city table holds. And we have the city name, the longitude and latitude for that, and the POP. I don't know what is that. Kind of pin code or something, maybe. MA for Manchester's Manhattan or something. I don't know. What is that for? And there is another command. You see over here, type it for more. If I type it, it's gonna show more data within that table. So currently we had how many lines do we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, maybe 20 lines. We have 20 lines of data now, but when we use it, we got 20 more. And if I use it again, we should get 20 more. And I hope it's not same. Yeah, it's not same. What is it? No, it's not same. This is a different data. And we got 20 more lines from this. And we can also query, like we can count the data. How many, what we say over here, how many states belong to MA? I hope there should be many others. Let's try it few more times and see if there is any other state other than MA. Okay, it's not reaching anywhere. That's weird. Let's try another command. In the find, we will put curly braces, and in the curly braces we will put our parameters. Okay, so the first set of parameter is, no, this is the last set. The first one is this. By the ID we can go. Second one is this. By the city name we can go. So if we put whole this over here, we'll get everything which contain the North Cambridge. And next we can go for the LOC. It will show anything which contain this longitude and latitude for the location. Let's go with the location and see how many rows or columns we have which contain the same LOC. We'll copy paste, and I guess I should press enter. Okay, there is a problem with the single quote. There is, okay, so LOC, I think I have quoted the correct data. Missing syntax. What is it missing? What if I use something else instead of that? Like, for example, the city. Still saying the missing syntax. Because of these. Yep, now it's working fine. I guess it might have went same for these two. Let's remove one more double quote. And there we go. We have only one entry which contain the same, like the mentioned longitude and latitude for the location. But if we check for state, because this has many duplicate or the like same state names, we'll get how many entries we have with the same name. But there is going to be like a big amount of data for this. So let's copy this, and if we remove data from here and paste state and there we go. And like I said, there's going to be more, so we have to click it to keep going. If we want to check like how many fields are there which contain the state MA, we can use, there is a function called count, and if we press enter, we'll get the number, and there we go. We have totals 474 cities which contain MA in their logs or in the database for this specific properties. I think in the database language we refer these as a properties for a specific parameter. Okay, so what else we can try here? There are many different operators we can try. Like we can try greater than, less than. We can try and operator or operator. There is a like variety of things we can try with this. Let's try what we can find here other than this. Let me think. I don't remember the operators. Let's Google the operators. Operators. I don't remember the syntax. Let's try from here. Does this have? Yeah, there we go. There we have and or not. We'll be using not to get which does not contain the specific information that we are providing, and we'll be putting it here after the find around here. Okay, this is not what we want. We'll put dollar and NT, I guess, if you're not wrong. Okay, the whole not NOT, and then this. Okay, we have to fix the syntax. Okay, let's see what we have here. There's a query. Can't we check it somewhere, like how we can run this? I'm missing it somewhere. Should be like this, where we have declared the not. After that, it should I guess this is it. Or maybe we have to put it in this. Like this. And enter. This is weird. It's been a long time since I have worked properly on this stuff. And I can't recall how we can use operators because generally we don't use these. We just dump the whole data and read it directly in the database, or not in the database, but using the Linux commands. So we have variety of functions that we use in the MongoDB, but not while we are working on some machine. Let's let's exit from here. And like I have shown what we generally check on the system, how we work with that. So we don't go further than this. We just connect with the servers if with the database if there is any sensitive information that we got which contain like username, passwords. There's IP set that is public, and you can directly connect with that. So we utilize these types of information to connect with the database and just directly dump that. So if I go back to my collections of the commands that I utilized, you see here, this is the insert document, update the document, find the document. There's to create index, like drop the index, backup data which we use. There is a collection stats, database stats. So these are the commands that we utilize, but I would say creating user, drop user, don't use these until unless you want to clean your track that you have ever connected with this database or you have ever created the user which has this name. And you can't even perform these action until unless your user have the permission to perform these actions on the database. So we have just these normal commands which we use to connect, which can show the database if you have the permission to show data, like what types of database you can check or connect with, and check the connection, check the files or the list of collections. You can read the data within those files, list the user that are connected there. We didn't try this command. Let's try this one last, and we'll jump on to the next machine. Let's paste this. Okay, not this. What was db dot get users and double quote. There isn't any. Let's use database city. Now if I use this, there isn't any user. That's weird. Well, this is something new that it doesn't contain any users. So let's exit from here, clear this. So now we know that how we can connect with the database, how we can check the database, what sort of data in it. So let's jump to the next machine that we can actually try on, I guess, if I'm not wrong, because I haven't finished any of these sets. And if we go back in the write-up, you can find all the commands related to this here. There we have it, MongoDB. So if I ever wanted to check how this whole went. So I know that this is the place where I have all the command sets and I can work with that. So we can mark this as a complete. Let's go to next one, and that's the guest book. I don't know what is this about. It shouldn't be opening here, I guess. Let's stop it from here and we'll wait here. We can close all these. And there we go. Let's run. Okay, so it seems to be like a proper lab or something. Let's copy this. And we can close all of these. Web application, guest book. We'll go here, apply the template. The questions we got. This is objective here. We'll paste it here. We have the instructions. Start guestbook. You can be used to start the guestbook application, and to access that, we'll be connecting to this port, which is running on the local of the system. It should be starting. Okay, it started. And I don't think we'll be utilizing much here. So let's start it if it's not started already. It says that use str strt underscore guestbook. And it should start it. And there we go. So it's running on the local instance. And what is this actually? Seems to be okay. There is server. Okay, this admin. We can open this URL, and there we have it. Is this application? Not this instance. It's on 8080. And there we go. So we have the guestbook. There's a sign in guestbook. What we can do here? We have login. There's a sign up guestbook. There is to switch guestbook. There's another login. Let's see if I do anything here. Yo, what's up? An anonymous person wrote. Okay. There is the parameter going on here. And let's open this login. Sign in as an administrator. Did it took us back? Or it seems we are admin? This is weird. Let's type admin and okay. Was this supposed to be correct? Or we are just lurking and learning how the application is working? Guestbook name, switch. Now, what is this? Let's switch it to default. Ah, I see what's happening here. So I think we must be looking for a guestbook name which does not like belongs to this, or there must be some already existing database with the different guestbook name. So if you remember that we by mistake went on to the 8080, that must be holding something, not 8080 but 8000. Let's check there what we have there. There's a data view. Okay. Oh, I see. So it's collecting our entries here. It's a Google App Engine development SDK. So these were the entries that are created by us. And this is where the application is storing the data. Let's see what else we have here. Nothing. Data stats, interactive console, memory cache, task queries. There's a cron job. Nothing must be running here. Inbound mails, full text search, and this is default, where we are back. Okay, so let's check this. If I add this, what happens? And if it's running on local, I guess we can directly check in the system. Let's try and see if we can directly find it within the system. We'll open the new terminal. We'll try locate guestbook. And see if there is anything related to that. Locate cannot stat. No such file or directory. Okay. What about guest? Nothing. Engine. Weird. Or can we use find? We can't. No pattern to search for specified. The spelling is correct though. This is weird. Okay, let's check in the file system if there is any file related to this app engine. And if it's here, let's go to the root, the computer, file system, var, Windows, HTML. So this is the path where we generally put our websites or any application that we wanted to host on the Linux. So this is the path. If you ever encounter any Linux machine and you are trying to find where the route is for this application where it's hosted, because most of the time people don't change the directory path, they just paste everything on its default. So you can check on this path and find it where you want to look. And this is a PowerSploit payload. And what is this about? It's invoking shellcode, which is doing what? This is MSF payload. Okay. Make sure specify thread process. Over here it's shell, Windows shell, and it's using some sort of regex. And this is the whole script that it's adding. And it's a pretty damn big script. I don't think we'll be looking for this though. Let's see what else we have here. There's an index for Apache. Nothing interesting here. One for Nginx. I don't think anything is going to be here. What else we can, where else we can check in the applications? I don't think there is going to be anything. In the root, there's a thin client. Nothing is here. Oh, there we go. It was on the desktop itself. So we have a guestbook. Okay, so let's check README. What does this have? Guestbook is an example application showing basic of usage of Google App Engine. Users can read, write text message, and optionally log in with their Google accounts. Messages are stored in this, which is a NoSQL database, which is higher application database. Okay, it's NoSQL but higher application database, and retrieved using a strongly consistent query. E to E, instance to instance. I don't know what is this. Test for sample app. A makefile to provide and deploy this. So we'll be running these commands. Your project IDs. This is the pip to install the requirements. Then export. This is the URL. And there is finally we'll run the test. This is a script. So there should be another Python script here. We have two scripts. First one is this. And what is this doing? It is running the import OS to run the OS level commands using the script. There is URL library, importing functions from there maybe. There is another import for the different library, and this one is different. And using these two, they are running Google App Engine API, and this one is for extraction, I guess. over here, if you remember this, where is it? Okay, it was on same machine. It is defining this guest name over here. It's taking it as a default guestbook. Next, you will see use guestbook as a name, and it's returning whatever is getting entered in that. And this is a main query, not a query, but the script that is getting used on the main page, which is this one. So and so. So this is how it's actually working. Behind the scene, it's actually executing the Python files to run and communicate with the data. Let's see what this holds. And these were the test files that you saw over here on the Apache, I guess. Not on Apache, but over here, or was it here? It was on one of those files where it was showing which files to run and which command to run. So this was a guest book. Let's see what else do we have here. And the other thing here is just telling out of curiosity, as it is utilizing this script, if you make any changes in it, it's gonna reflect on the web browser. So you can tamper with this whole script. For example, if we just temper a bit, as I don't want to put much time on this, and I have saved it, and this is now the default name. And if we go here and refresh this page, here you see now the guestbook name has been changed, and it doesn't matter how many times you'll open it. Like even if I open it in new tab, it's gonna keep the name that I have changed to. For example, if we put it a clown or like subscribe, I don't know if the spelling is wrong or not. I don't give a damn. And there you see. This should be correct. So this is how you can tamper with the files. And let's see if there is anything interesting that we can tamper with, because there are many functions. You can tamper a main model of representing an individual guest entry. Auto now add true. If we put it on false and save it, and now if I do this, it shouldn't. Okay, so it's doing auto. Will it do now? Yeah, it's doing that. I don't think I have. I must have changed the wrong one. Okay. Submodel for representing an author. What else we can tamper? This is the main page. User login. so and so. This is a start guestbook. This is the class guestbook, and the library function is getting called here. So here we set the parent key on the greeting to ensure each greeting is same entry group. We query across the single entity group will be consistent. However, the write rate to single entry group should be limited to 1 per second. That's cool. And we have the app here. There's a main page. Fine. Debug true if we put it false. I guess over here in the inspect element must be debugging. Now fine guess. Okay, it's kind of a signature. Dumb thing. So there should be something that we can try and temper with. Main page. This is the end main page, so we can write an whole different query set over here to end the main page. The post self book name. If user dot get user greeting dot author. This is going to the parameter that it will take identity as user, the current user ID, email, the current user email. Over here, the greeting construct self. It's going to get from this. And where is this mentioned? Construct. This is the environment that they have declared. Okay, so where is the construct? From where it's not the construct, the content. Sorry, my bad. And greet.put, it will put the data over here. Okay, so it's putting the content here. And then it's going to vary the parameters where it will take the guestbook name from this parameter and self redirect to this URL, which contain the matching guestbook name. I don't think there are many pages here, so we can drop this. This is how you check inside the system how we'll interact with the machine. I guess this was it for this one, because over here you must have understood like how we are interacting with the database. If we make a little change, it will going to reflect on the whole system. And where the database is actually stored, or how we are interacting with that. Okay, so let's try something else. You can close this. Let's stop this. mark it as complete. As we have understood so far how the databases are working. Once it stopped, okay, so it stopped. Let's jump to the tools and trades, because the basics has been finished. We can check here. Okay, so now the tools of trades, the tools we use for the websites or for the testing purpose, we'll be utilizing those in the next content over here, which contains like GoBuster, Dirbuster, OpenDoor, which I have never used, ZapProxy, which is similar to the Burp Suite, or you can say the Burp Suite is similar to ZapProxy, but there are some functionalities difference. Just joined what you're working on. Okay, so I'm not working on anything. I was just showing like what sort of databases are there. For example, there's a SQL, there's a NoSQL. So what's our difference between those? And just finished with them, and now I was about to start with the next steps of like what sort of tools we use. But now I'm thinking rather directly going or jumping onto the tools that we have here. I think I should also share something about the network before we directly jump on this, so that way we will learn like how we can also work with the IPs and the stuff, along with there's a rate limit process, there is other sets that does not always involve the web, but yes, there is quite a mixture of stuff that keep coming in the mind. But I think I should directly go with the web. After some days, I think I should start with the network, where I can share stuff related to the network. I think this must be holding a specific set of, yeah, there we go, topic which contain the network recon, and we can utilize all of these. And this also contain the web servers, SQL database, NoSQL database, because we just finished with the web servers, NoSQL, SQL database. So that's why I was just thinking to go to the network and tell them how to recon on these. So what do you think about that? Should I do that? Like if I don't have the large audience currently, so kind of confused. What should I show you guys? If I get like large audience, and if they want to pursue for something like I just said, if they wanted to know more about how the SQL database is there, if we are not directly using the web application to interact with the SQL database, how we can do it through the network if it's available for the person who is utilizing that network. So we can just complete the simple set of the SQL database. Rather, I just pour you guys through the different tools that we utilize for the web testing. So what do you suggest? If not anything, but I think I should go for the network recon, at least for the first 5, then the proxy servers, because then everything start begins where we proxies the stuff and try to interact with the services and so on. These are all the tools that we use. So this will be a quick process, and that will kind of create slow process for someone to understand. Okay, so this one is finished. We can close this. Let's see what they have to serve in the network. Then we'll decide where we can go. So if we go for the web server network recon, so there is Apache recon directory attack. There is Nginx directory attack. Okay, nice. There is, can't pronounce this, Gunicorn. Yeah, must be Gunicorn. Basic authentication, digest authentication. There's a Gunicorn token authentication, Tornado recon. There is Node.js. And what else do we have here? There's Rail. Okay, so there is quite much stuff just with the network servers. There is NoSQL database, which actually contain the Redis. There's a MongoDB, Couchbase. Yeah, this is nice stuff. I think we should start at least with the directory attacks, because if you have identified the network there, then you should be first of all working on what sort of like server it is utilizing, and you try to recon on that, so that way you can at least, I would say, know if there is any file that should be accessible to public and or should not be accessible to public, so you can work on that too. So if we, okay, so it seems I have already completed this. That's weird. Let's start and we'll see what are the directory attacks are there, although I've already finished it, but it's not like this is the end. This website is a bit slow and takes a good amount of time to open up. It's here again, same U switch target. Okay, so here are the question: what is the version of running web server? Yeah, so over here you will basically try to utilize the Nmap and learn related to that. So I guess before we jump on to the using the network tools, not network tools, the web application tools, I think I should share stuff related to this. Let's start this. gonna take a bit time. But like we have already finished it, we can try and create a new file over here. We already have test one. Open a new tab. Let's okay to look into. I think I should just directly create a new note, and it's going to be test 2, and we'll copy all these questions here and answer one by one. Verify the flag. All the flags are verified. Oh, we can reset the flags. That's cool. I don't know how much time it's gonna take. Like forever? Are the flag reset? Yeah, flags are reset. We have the mission to complete. Machine is running. Let's clean everything. So now that you have learned about what are the different types of databases are there, so now we'll learn what sort of different web services are there and how we can interact with that and how we'll utilize that to get a more like deep understanding on that. So to do so, first question that it was asking that was related to what is the version of running web server. So if you run on recon on any sort of website, let's take for example reverse shell. Yeah, let's take this, and if you see here it has HST security. This is a JavaScript library that it's utilizing. What else do we have here? We don't have anything else that can share us what sort of web server it is using. Okay, maybe this can share. Okay, so this one is also not revealing what sort of web service it's using. For example, it's Apache, Nginx, or any other service that like Node.js or something. But if you see over here, it is using a platform as a service, the Amazon Web Services. So at least we got that much. And if we go here, I don't know if this is also okay, so it's also using platform as a service, the GitHub page. What else or where else we can check more? I think this one. This is using the cloud, Google Cloud. Marketing automation, Marketo. They also haven't revealed anything related to like what sort of service or like server they are using, like Apache, Nginx or something. Let's start with this. Okay, I think I have pencil zoomed in on the wrong one. Yeah, it's still the wrong one. I want to zoom into this. Oh, we can't zoom here. We have to zoom from here. I think this much is sufficient. Let's try with it's asking for what sort of version it's running on the web server. So we'll use Nmap for that. Nmap is a tool for network mapping, which will tell you what sort of web services it's using, what sort of we say different types of services it's that specific IP is using, or specific net range that you have defined over here there is using. And it can also tell what sort of ports are open, along with that which port is using which service. So you can gain pretty much quite a vast base of knowledge about a certain IP or certain network. So if we use hyphen nmap hyphen p hyphen, that includes all the IP range. Like there are 65,000 plus IP. Yeah, there are 65,000 plus IPs that IP range you will see. We check what is the IP, not IP, but the port, sorry, the port number. What is the highest? What is the highest port number? We see, there we go. There are total 65,535 ports are there. And there you can see the well-known ports are only first few thousands. Then the other ones are registered ports. Then there are dynamically usable ports where you can define what sort of service you want to declare on that port, and that port can use for the utilizing that service. So if we're on this and we don't know the IP yet, let's use the IP config. If config, because it's a Linux. There we go. We have this IP. We'll copy this. Where is it? Okay. We have to copy like this. Scroll down, I guess. We'll clear everything, and now we run nmap hyphen p hyphen, and next we will use hyphen small s capital V, that is for service version, and hyphen small s capital C. What we use capital C for? It wasn't for scripts. It must be getting utilized for something. Let's check it here. We use nmap hyphen h. Will pipe the grep small s capital C. Okay, it is to utilize the default scripts which don't like nmap don't use the whole set of scripts which are present there in the Linux. It will use that like certain sets of scripts to run on the IP using the nmap. So we'll use this and paste the IP, and like in the previous two three machines we saw that this is the actual IP of the server or the machine that is utilizing. So we'll be using 3, where we actually trying to interact with or trying to attack. Press enter, and it's going to run a scan on all the 65,535 IPs, not the IPs but ports. And there we go, we got the result. And here you see all these ports are closed, only one port was open, that is 80. And the first question is, what was the version of the service? We got the answer. Let's copy this, paste it here. Now the next question is, what page is hosted on the running web server? So if we check this, I don't think we can check like this, but we can use curl and paste IP. Not IP, we want IP there. Damn it. We'll copy this, we'll use curl, paste. Okay, paste, enter. There we go. Okay, so after reading this, it's using the default Apache page. It should be mentioned here somewhere. Let's see. The Apache modified from the Debian original for Ubuntu. There is Ubuntu logo. Yeah, there we go. This is a default welcome page used to test the correct operation of Apache 2 server. That's using the default Apache server page. We can put Apache 2 default page. Next is perform brute force on the web server directories and list the name of directory found. Use brooddir or the Metasploit module. So they have mentioned the tool that we can use. I would say on some places you can, or on many places you can use the Metasploit, but what I prefer is I try to use other tools which are more efficient than that. So we'll be using that. Let's clear this and we'll perform, let's say this contain dir search. It doesn't have that. Does it have FUF? It don't have FUF. Does it have anything related to dir buster? Okay, so dir buster is there, which I generally don't use. Or does it have go buster? It doesn't even have the go buster, so we'll use dir buster and we'll provide the IP. Enter. Okay, so it broke the, that's bad. Let's clear this again, run the same IP. I think -u, your target is not valid. We just have to http // now it's broken again. What's the problem here? Okay, will the dir work? We'll just paste the IP, invalid host, http double quote. Okay, at least one worked. So there we go. We got few endpoints from which we got the 2 directories, or I would say the 3 directories, but primarily there are only 2. So the first one is the dir and the second one is POC. And there's a CGI bin, but I don't think that will be containing anything related that we need. We know that this has 2 directories. First is dir and the second one is POC. Okay, so the next one is next question. Flags are kept in both the directories. Try to retrieve the flag from the dir directory using curl. Okay, so I don't think we can get anything directly from there, so let's try using curl and copy, paste, enter. So it's saying the unauthorized. This server could not verify that you are authorized to access the document. Either you supplied the wrong password. Okay, so we can't access it because of the wrong password. There must be some sort of authentication is going on. Let's check what we have in the curl. Okay. Is there anything related to the authentication? There's a protocols list, locations, manual. There is nothing. I think we should try with the -v. What sort of header it's taking? Get dir unauthorized, basic realm private. Okay, it's a basic realm, and we have the other one that that's POC. What about that? Is that also password protected? Okay, so it's redirecting somewhere. We can use -capital L, I guess, to follow the redirection. And there we go. We found something which is on nonce MD5 algorithm. Okay, so it's something related to the MD5, maybe. Okay, let's see what sort of questions we have. Flags are kept in both a directory. Try and retrieve the flag. We can't use that right now because it's password protected and we need to find the password. Okay, so the D directory is using some kind of protection. What protection is that? Okay, so the D1 is directory one. Where is it? This is the POC. This is using the basic realm. This is the one. Copy and paste it here. Okay, copy it back, paste. And for the next one, try to retrieve the flag from the POC directory using curl. That is also using some sort of protection. We can't directly get data from there. Okay, so try to retrieve is also using some sort of protection. Yes, it's using some sort of protection, and that is digestive realm. Copy, paste. Let's try copy this and on the cyber chef. This is kind of a digestive authentication. The quoted printable. Okay, that's weird. Hello, my dear friend. What's up? Brain is cooked, although I've already solved this. So I'm trying to solve it faster, though I already know what is going on here. So currently solving the box from attack and defense, which is practically okay. I have a question. Have you ever completed CH exam, and can you tell me in depth how many you know the skill in hacker? Okay, that's a good question. The first of all, I never cleared any exam, and why should I? I don't understand the reason. First of all, until unless I need to prove my skill or I'm working on some sort of like project that require that certification, I would, but I don't find anything that I need to do there. So that's why I haven't given an exam related to any sort of security certification. And for the next question, how depth? It's depends on you, like how much you can gain from yourself. If you are like, for example, if you're watching my channel now, and if you see that I'm performing some sort of action, some sort of command set, uh, or some sort of checking on the server service or whatever I'm using currently. So there is okay, that's great. And are you doing job or internship in cybersec? I'm doing job, and I was saying that if I am doing something, it's always that you should try to dig deep by yourself in that. That way, that will open portal for you to explore. And if you're going into cybersecurity, it's always about like how deep you can explore by yourself rather trying to utilize someone else content, because if you're utilizing someone else content, it's always going to be limited for that time. After some time, that information is going to become irrelevant because there's always new development happening in the industry. So always try to boost your skill by yourself, try to explore, try to learn new thing from another thing. That way you can keep yourself on the top if something new is happening in the industry or anywhere else. And it's not limited to the hacking or security. It can be utilized for like any field, even if you're doing some sort of programming. If there's some sort of new framework that is released in the market and you haven't have your hands on it, someone will leverage that and try to utilize the best out of it, and he will get paid on that, and so on. Can you share your LinkedIn profile? uh I can't right now because it's not logged in yet, but yeah, I'll definitely put it in the channel links. So yeah, I'll drop it there if I don't forget about that. Okay, so where was we was trying to get the next question, and that is the web server belongs to user Alice and Bob. And how did you know about that? It's not like I have found the users yet. That's weird. Okay, so it must be from within the question that I need to know. Okay, so what we can do is try to brute force the credentials. The web server belongs to user Alice and Bob, and they have used this word list directory to set the password. Find the credential required to access the did directory. Okay, so let's copy this path, and we can use either like Hydra if this has Hydra. Okay, so this has Hydra. -L will use the user Alice, and for the password, which is going to be capital P, we'll be utilizing this list. And next endpoint, HTTP double quotes double slash. It's going to be this IP. Copy and paste. And the next one is, it was for dir. We'll put that and enter. Okay, we didn't mention that. It's HTTP hyphen form hyphen post, I believe. No, that's weird. Get unknown service. I'm using the wrong command here, maybe. I don't think. Let's try here. I have Hydra here. Brute force. Okay. The host IP, which is this, will copy paste the host IP, paste it, enter. Okay, so it started the attack. Let's see. One target completed. 3 target did not resolve or could not connect. Okay, that's new. Let's try and remove this. Enter. Service needed to be mentioned. So it's going to be the HTTP post. This one, I believe. So if we paste this, enter. Nothing. Why is it doing this? Let's clear this. We have the mentioned IP. We just do we just need to put it into double quotes, then paste, enter. Parameter started with slash. Which parameter is starting with the slash? Double quotes. Hmm. Where is it? There? Was it there? Yeah, it was there. I don't get it. Where is it? The problem is causing. Get. It started. Will it be able to find? No, wasn't able to find. I remove this IP from here. Yeah, it's going to show unknown service. And if I remove this, okay, I think there is problem with the endpoint here, which we generally just mention like this. Yes, and now it should find the password. Still didn't get it. Now still didn't. It I guess was the other one. ORM hyphen post. Enter. It was saying the variables argument needed to be least user password 64. Okay, but isn't already there? It is going to be this, but there is something that I'm missing. Let's use the Metasploit. MSF console. That will make it easy. We'll use, I think it was auxiliary and scanners. HTTP and HTTP login underscore login. We'll use this. And there was a show options. Okay, we got the options here, and we'll be defining the that our host is going to be this IP. Where is it? This one. Copy and paste the space, enter. Okay, unknown command. That our host, we have our host there. Password file. Do we have anything related to that? I don't think we have any password file. So no, not the password file, but the user file. User as pass. User files. User pass file. But if I just set the user pass file, paste, and we'll use this, paste, enter, run. Oh yeah, we forgot to set the auth URI. Copy, set auth URI, which is /dir/. Now run. Okay, 100% complete. Your options. It seems we have to add the file. Copy. Set as file to this, and tab is going to remain get. If I run again, this is a manager root Cisco. Pass security user system. Okay, so this is never ending process. Show options, set user as pass. I don't have the file, so paste this and Alice. Though this is not a file, I'm not sure if it will be working. Yeah, it's not working. Try ls. There is a word list, so we'll cd word list ls. under common passwords. So go back, cd tools, ls. There is so much, don't need that. Clear this. Okay, so we'll create a vi with the name users. Warning, output is not to terminal. Okay, this is weird. Right, quit colon. We'll exit. Seems we have to perform everything again. vi users. So we'll add Alice and Bob. Back, colon, right quit, enter. Back to the console. Not sure if it's gonna remember the last. Yeah, it do remember the last commands we used. This is our host. Not the password file. Pass file is going to this. We'll use show options. This time that user file. That's the users. Okay. Users. And run. No. Yeah. The authentication endpoint. Chose it. Dir. And run it now. Okay, so we got one. The Bob and QWERTY. Okay, so I think we got one user and we can use this to get the first flag. If we use curl now, curl on, there is -u for the users. Okay, not this. We'll paste. Zoom out. It's gonna make it way too much micro. This is a user we are going to use. After that, we'll mention the STP :/. What was the IP address again? Can't get that. Okay, I'll just do this. My bad for the IP. Copy. Curl. Paste the IP / here. Enter. Redirecting. There we go. So this is how we got the first flag. Let's copy this and verify the flag. For the dir we got it. Okay, this one was tough. Okay, so now this time I think we are going to perform the same process, but we're just going to use the POC this time. Enter and run it. It's taking the Bob. I don't see anything related to the Alice. Okay, so there is. This is the Alice. We'll copy this and run the POC here and remove this. Paste. Enter. And what we got? Okay, yeah, I remember this. So we use a digest. This the form of authentication, so we have to mention that di what was it? digest and enter, and there we go. We got the last flag. With this, our box is finished, and there we go. We have solved both the flags. Now we can stop this machine, close this, and this too. So the flags are solved. Okay, so I think it's almost 2 hours since I'm sitting here. So we'll try to come back live tomorrow. And tomorrow I think I'll try with the, I guess, hack the box. We can try that tomorrow. So if anyone wants to join, I welcome you guys. So let's try and solve the hack the box machine tomorrow. And I'm thinking to complete one end game, which is the poo. I've already solved it halfway, but only the last steps remain. So we'll solve it tomorrow. So whoever has watched, please do subscribe, and thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed your day and stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.